All right. Hello, everybody. So this video, I just want to talk more specifically about the abstract. So what is an abstract? Why are we doing them? We've kind of addressed this a little bit before, I think in the previous video, where the abstract will be written before you've done the bulk of your research. It'd be before you've done your literature review. But kind of what is it? And I know that you all have been reading academic articles, so you have some sense of what an abstract looks like in these academic papers. From the UW, right? An abstract is a concise summary of your research that highlights major points from your project. Work with your mentor to review your abstract and title before submitting. We strongly recommend that you view the abstract writing workshop on YouTube at Abstract Statement Guidelines to help you get started. You can also view examples from previous symposiums. Now, we are going to do that as an exercise. We're going to do an abstract survey where I'm going to ask you to pick one or two abstracts from previous students or from the UW so that you kind of get an idea of what works and what doesn't work. Now, according to the UW, your abstract is a single paragraph with no headings, and there are minimal to no citations. And the reason for that, too, is you have a finite amount of space. You have 300 words, which is not a whole lot. The title is separate from that, word count wise, so 300 words just for the abstract. In constructing it, you're going to use the active voice, right? I conducted versus analysis were run. You're going to make explicit or clear your personal contributions to the project presented, again, what you did. And you're going to use I statements versus we or our team where appropriate. Now, some of you are working in teams, and we're just going to have to see how that plays out, again, since this is the first time that we've had team projects. Now, as part of the abstract, you're going to provide a clear statement of purpose, including background or context. Again, we've been working on this throughout Honors 200. What is your research aim? What's the research gap? Why are you writing about it now? Question or hypothesis. Provide a clear statement of your project's question, hypothesis, or goal. Again, that sort of research aim. And then methodology. So describe your methodology, including measurements and tools, participant demographics as blah, blah, blah. Now, for all of you, your methodology is a literature review. Again, there are a lot of reasons for that. We talked about IRBs when Nicole came in and talked to our class. We've talked about different ways of, doing surveys and things like that. That's to give you broader context and to help you maybe understand why literature review is our primary mode of inquiry here. So you're going to include as well your expected or preliminary findings. Your project will most likely still be in progress, and you're going to kind of talk about what you anticipate finding. And then implications, why these findings matter, future of the work, etc. Now, again, we'll go through a couple iterations of this. I think it's at least 3, and I'm here to help you kind of wordsmith things. One year, I think it was maybe the first year that I was part of the research track. One of the students was incredibly wordy, very, very smart student, but incredibly wordy. And we took an hour and shaped his abstract from 800 and something words down to 300. So it can be done. So just remember, your abstract is one paragraph of no more than 300 words. You don't have to take up exactly 300 words, but you want to get probably pretty close to that. So what does that look like? So here is an example. And again, you can go and look at all of the abstracts from former honors students going back to the beginning of the honors college. There are quite a few of them, or you can go to the UW and you can look through the abstracts that they're presenting or that they have in their catalog. So what we get is a title, the student, the mentor, and then, you can pause this and read this at your own leisure. I'm just going to call it a couple things, right? We've got a focus on demographic. We've got kind of background here. What I want to do is jump down to here. The research provides statistical comparisons which allow for a quantitative analysis of participation rates among diverse youth, and additionally provides a qualitative examination of constructions of citizenship, etc. Right? And then if I jump down a little bit more, well, shifts in socialization may not be achievable through public policy institutions. Implications of this research, so implications, could offer alternatives and solutions to the problem of youth political participation, right? So, excuse me. So there you go. It's going to look something like that, and you can take a closer look at these as you go through. Now, one thing that I will say, and this meme is here to remind me, is that the UW does not have abstract police. So if you write your abstract about one specific focus and things change slightly, that's not a big deal. That's just the way it goes. They anticipate that your research is going to continue, as I talked about in the last video, up through the symposium. We had a student 2 years ago who was studying cryptocurrency right at the time that a bunch of shenanigans were going on with crypto, and her topic was changing day by day. So she had to adjust based on that information, right? That's just being a good researcher. Excuse me. So from Bowling Green State U, what is an abstract? It's a short statement about your paper. So it's kind of a mini version. The purpose is to allow a reader to quickly and accurately identify the basic content. For those of you, when you're doing research, you're looking at the abstract in terms of, should I read the rest of the paper? Is it worth my time? What should be in an abstract? Statement of purpose of your study, research methods, methodology, and or conclusions of your study or implications. From the University of Melbourne, general abstract sections, if we break it down, the reason, the problem, the methodology, the results, the implications. Okay, this should start sounding really familiar. We get to see kind of the same thing over and over again. And again, one last one from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. An abstract is a short summary of your published or unpublished research paper, usually about a paragraph, 6 to 7 sentences, 150 to 250 words long, serves multiple purposes. An abstract lets readers get the gist or essence of your paper or article quickly in order to decide whether to read the whole thing. An abstract prepares readers to follow the detailed information, analyses, and arguments in your full paper, and later, an abstract helps readers remember your key points. Now, one thing about the abstracts that you should keep in mind is, again, it's part of your application for the UW Undergraduate Research Symposium. Okay, what does the UW do with it if they're not policing it to say, hey, you are not exactly talking about what was in your abstract? The abstracts go in a sort of catalog so that people who are attending can go through and read abstracts and say, hey, this research sounds interesting. I want to make sure I check this out. So think of it as kind of like reading the description of a movie, right? Not watching the trailer, but, oh, hey, I heard about this movie. What's it about? You read the little blurb and decide, hey, yeah, I may want to go check that out. Then you go and you talk to the person or you go to the speech, right? With over 1,000 projects, it's not possible to see each and everything, right? Some things are going on simultaneously. So again, that abstract is a way for people to get an idea of what you're talking about. All right, I'll go ahead and end there. But again, just an overview of what the abstract is. And we're going to go into this in more depth. I just want you to be able to contextualize it kind of as the course starts so we can, again, hit the ground running. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, jokes, memes, recipes, let me know. Otherwise, I'll talk to you all later.